Hi Yinsters, and welcome to another video. This one is all about hip opening. So I've called it Pigeon Party. Pigeon Pose I will get to later on if you're not familiar with the pose, but it's a lot of externally rotated work with the legs. But opening up through the hips not only gets you really grounded, but the problem if your hips are very tight is that it starts to affect your knees. And your knees are a lot more difficult to sort out if things start to go wrong. So opening up the hips and strengthening up the ankles means that your knees are only doing what they need to be doing, what they should be doing, and not compensating for other joints in the lower part of your body. So, as usual, put some nice music on, maybe light some incense, or another way to, any ways that you can think of that help you to relax. See if you can ensure that you're not going to be disturbed, or at least not too often. Have yourself a timer, some sort of timer. I am going to be using a blanket and a couple of cushions and maybe the bolster for some of the poses, and I'm going to talk you into the pose, and then once I'm in the pose I'm going to ask you to start your timer and then advise you, just suggest how long I would stay in the pose myself. And as you're working through the practice, if you find that you're tighter or it's more difficult to do a pose on one side than the other, I'm going to suggest that you stop your timer and you do extra time on the tighter side or the side that's more challenging. That way, you're going to start to bring some balance back into your body. So from here, I'm just going to set these to the side. You're going to come down and you're going to lie. Which way should I do it? I'm going to do it this way. You're going to lie down on your back. Doesn't matter which way you face, it's just for the camera. And then I'm going to take my right ankle on top of my left thigh, so it's up towards the knee. And this leg is the shape of the front leg in Pigeon Pose. And then from here, you can prop up this left foot on a brick, or not a brick, so I've not suggested that you use bricks, but on a cushion, or a couple of cushions. That's going to bring your legs a little bit closer, but without you having to lift your shoulders away from the floor. If you're able to bring your legs closer and hold either around the back of the thigh or around the front of the shin, you're going to do that. And then you're going to start to let yourself settle into this shape. You don't want to go to your maximum effort. It's meant to be a practice with minimal amount of effort, minimal amount of muscular engagement, so that the long holds in the poses help you to stretch and create more lubrication and restoration in the fascia, the connective tissue that runs all through your body. So start your timer, and I'd say 3 minutes, if you can do 3 minutes here. And then once you've done your 3 minutes, you're going to hold and cross your arms so that you've got one knee in each hand. And then from here, I'm going to pull, as if I'm trying to slightly pull my knees together, and twist my torso and my head to the left. And you're just going to stay for 1 minute here. Okay. And then when you've done your minute, you're going to slide this right thigh further over your left thigh and reach down and hold onto your feet. And if you're not able to get hold of your feet, then just hold on to your knees. Bring your head into a neutral position and stay for 3 minutes here. And then when you've done your 3 minutes, you're going to slowly, and you don't need to keep hold of the feet, only keep hold of the feet if you can. I'm going to lower my bottom leg down, so it's my left leg. I'm going to roll a little bit over to the left and bring the sole of my right foot down to the floor. Now again, you can have a cushion underneath this right foot, and also you can do it without holding on to your legs. If you're not holding on to your feet, then you'll need, you've got your foot up on something, you'll need to just gently keep this leg away from you so that it doesn't start to roll in towards the, down towards the floor. And then you can turn and look over your opposite shoulder. So this time you're twisting slightly to the right. So once you've got yourself set up, starting your timer, another 3 minutes here if you can. And then from here, you're going to keep a hold of this right foot and stretch your left leg out. And then you've a couple of choices. You can bring your right foot to the inside of your left thigh, or you can bring your right foot into your left hip crease, but then you'll need to hold on to the foot. Whichever option you take, you're going to stretch your right arm alongside your ear. And just a minute here. So with your arms stretched up, you're also going to work into your heart and lung energy channels. And then when you've done your minute, if you had your foot into your hip crease, you're going to bring your foot so that it's to the inside of your thigh, and you're going to press yourself up. Keep that foot in towards your thigh, and if for this the forward folds you need to elevate your hips, you can do that. If you need to bring a cushion underneath this right knee to support you, you can do that. And then you can also use a cushion here, and then inhale, lift and lengthen the front and back of your spine, and then just start to tip forwards. And you may not come as far forwards as I do, but it's not about the depth, it's about where you can feel the stretch and how you're going to be able to relax and breathe into that. So if you're quite upright, you're just going to keep your hands somewhere where you can support yourself and drop your chin towards your chest. So starting your timer, and you're going to take 5 minutes here. And then when you're ready, slowly coming out, and you're going to stretch both legs out, shift off your props, and then roll yourself back down. And this time, it's going to be your left ankle that crosses over your right. You're going to either pull your knees in or support this right foot with something. Stay for 3 minutes. So just starting off your timer. And then you're going to cross your hands, hold opposite knees, keep flexing this left foot a little bit, and then pull and turn to the right for 1 minute. And then when you've done your minute, you're going to turn back and you're going to slide this left thigh across your right and reach down. Hold the feet if you can get hold of the feet. If not, hold the knees. And then 3 minutes here. So just starting off your timer. And every time you get into a pose, be as relaxed as you can in it. Keep scanning through your body and think, what can I let go of? What can I soften? And then I'm going to lower this bottom leg to the floor. You don't have to hold with your hands, and then just roll to the right so that this left foot comes to the floor, and then turn my head to the left. Relax everywhere that you can. Stay for 3 minutes here. This is a really good stretch into this hip. And then from here, you're going to keep hold of this left foot, stretch your right foot out, and either foot to the inside of your thigh or outside edge of your foot into your hip crease. Reach your left arm over, and you can relax this right leg, and you're just letting this left leg drop towards the floor. And you're going to have one side that's tighter, like this side is tighter for me, the left side, and just stay for 1 minute, and then from here bring this left foot to the inside, press yourself up, get your props again, so maybe something underneath your hips to elevate your hips, maybe something underneath this left thigh or knee. And then from here, maybe something, a cushion to rest on here, or just tip forwards and just rest your elbows on it, drop your chin towards your chest. If you can come lower, you can actually use that to rest your forehead on. So start your timer, 3 minutes here. And then inhale, slowly come up and set your props off to the side. Give your legs a little bit of a shake. And then you're going to turn so that you're in an all fours position. And this is how you're going to get yourself into your pigeon pose. So from here, you're going to bring your right knee towards the back of your right wrist, and then walk your right foot across to the left. And then from here, you're going to curl your left toes under, and you're just going to start to back your way in. And unless you're already quite open in your hips, you're probably going to need to slide something underneath this right hip. So the alignment for this pose is that your pelvis is level across the back. Okay, and then from here, you're going to walk, take a cushion or something across to the left, and you're going to lean into this right side a little bit, and then walk your hands around and drop your head down. So this is your pigeon pose. Just let yourself drop and relax into it. And then you'll set your timer for 4 minutes. And then coming up, and from here, just moving that out of the way, just going to lean into this right hip, and then you're going to bring your left foot up so that you've got external rotation with this leg and internal hip rotation on that one. And then again, bring your props in front of you and come through the center of this pose. Keep releasing your hips down towards the floor. Think about letting go of any tension in your lower back. And set your timer for 2 minutes. And then, when you're ready, I'm going to just set one of your cushions to the side and bring this one over. And then from here, you're going to lean forwards and you're going to thread this left arm under, and you can rest your left temple on the cushion, and then maybe bring your hands together and maybe start to straighten your arms or bend your elbows and bring this right elbow up. So this is a little bit more effort to do, and if it doesn't work for you, then come out of the twist and just bring the cushion more over towards the right and drop into it there. So you have a few different choices, and then set your timer for another 3 minutes. And when you're ready, pressing yourself back up, and then just take your legs out from underneath you. Just drop your knees side to side, just ease out. And then from here, come back onto all fours. So your last two poses now. Going to bring your left, and I'll show you on this side because then you'll see it differently. So you'll see the other side of the pose. And then curl your back toes under, and you're going to start to walk yourself back into the pose. And then slide something underneath this left hip if you need it to get your hips level. And then take your other cushion, walk it across. So I'm slightly leaning into this left hip. I'm bringing my hands across, elbows across to the right, and then dropping my head down. And it might be that you're not able to get your forearms down, and in which case, just have a little bend in your elbows, drop your head down and just stay higher up. So there's always some modification that you can take, you just need to back out of it a little bit. And similarly, once you start the timer, your aim is to be as still as possible, to let the shape that you're in work its magic on all this connective tissue. But if after a minute you can drop a little bit deeper, so it might be that you can take the cushion away and you can drop a little bit deeper, you can take that option. So 3 minutes here, and then slowly coming up, I'm just going to shift that cushion away and then lean into this left hip, and you can see this a little bit better on this side. So you're going to bring this left foot into your right thigh and your right foot tucks behind you. And then from here, either easier option is to bring your props over towards your left side and then rest your forearms down on that side, or maybe bring the prop in front. So this is the one that I demonstrated first on the other side, and it's a little bit more intense. And bring your head onto the cushion as you thread your opposite arm through, and then either bring your palms together and start to straighten your arms, or pressing your elbow into the floor and bringing your palms together, and it's up to you how much you lift that left elbow, and then relax as deeply into it as you can. So start your timer, whichever shape you're going to take, for 3 minutes. And then slowly come out. And you're getting ready to relax now. So just unwind your legs again and then come all the way down onto your back. Stretch your legs out and then just roll your feet in and out. And then let them flop out to the side. And you're going to relax into your Shavasana, your final pose, for as long as you can. So at least 5 minutes. And if you find that the practice takes you longer than you've got on a regular basis, then whatever times that I suggested, half the time, and then do the full practice when you've got that amount of time. And then when you're ready to come out, reach your arms over the crown of your head, and then draw your knees in, rolling to one side. Take a few breaths here, staying as relaxed as you can. You want to hold on and retain as much of this inner space and inner stillness as you can. And then slowly press yourself up. So thank you for watching and for giving me the opportunity, giving yourself the opportunity to really open up through your hips and do some fantastic work into that area. And it might be quite tough at first, you might not have much mobility, but keep going, and within a few months you're going to really feel a difference. Maybe do it once or twice a week and you will feel a difference. So I shall see you on the next video. Namaste.